What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to another episode of Flick Fan Nation. On this show, we talk about everything in the world of movies and television shows, all of the breaking news, and today, this morning, actually, we had a Spider-Man Far From Home trailer with the first ever spoiler warning for the movie prior, and that movie is Avengers Endgame. So in this video, we're going to be talking theories about this trailer revolving around the fact that there is now a multiverse in the MCU talked about in this trailer. Now, it could all be a misconception. There could be some deceiving going on. We're going to get into all of that. I need you guys in the comment section down below. Let me know, what are your thoughts on this trailer, one, and then what are your multiverse theories? Is the MCU opening doors that we never thought they could open? This is exciting. Today's video is going to be awesome, and I want to premise with the fact that I know absolutely nothing about where this is going. There are so many opportunities and possibilities of where it could go, and that's why in today's video I'm giving you guys 5 theories and speculations, if you will, about where the MCU could head because of the multiverse, the time travel element, everything that went down in Endgame. So theory number 1, and this is the most prevalent theory I've been seeing online, or on Twitter anyways, that is the fact that maybe everything I just said is a lie. Maybe Mysterio, aka Jake Gyllenhaal as this character, is making this up as a facade to do something, whatever his mission or his goal is in the movie. And it does sound like a very Mysterio thing. Mysterio, his power basically revolves around magic, yes, but it also revolves around illusions and making characters, aka Spider-Man, think something that maybe is not real. I think Mysterio is responsible for all of the other villains in this movie. That's something to talk about in a different video, but you know the man is not going to stay on the good side, because even though he seems like he's on the good side, and if Fury says he's on the good side, is going to be a similar situation to pretty much every Spider-Man villain thus far. Like Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2, he starts out good and then he gets corrupted. I don't think Mysterio was ever really good. I just think he's trying to make other characters think that way, so why not make up this I'm from a different reality, there is a multiverse situation? That is a very prevalent theory online, and it is one that is a possibility. Now, that is the one where I'm like, I hope they don't go that route, because you're introducing us to the fact that you could bring in a Fantastic Four and bring in a SpiderVerse to the live-action world. Don't kind of fake us out and make us think we're getting something when we're really not. But hey, like I always say, it's all about how you handle it in the movie, and if they handle it in the right way, it could definitely work. Theory number 2, and this is the one that I kind of just hit on. This is the live-action SpiderVerse. So if you guys didn't know, there was a movie that came out a few months ago, and it was my favorite movie of last year. I love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and now this opens the door, the multiverse, for them to do something similar to what they did in that movie in the live-action world. Whether that is bringing in characters from Into the Spider-Verse into the live-action world, bringing Tom Holland from live-action to the animated world, or keeping it live-action, and maybe Spider-Man has his own movie where he has to travel through different dimensions and meet up with an Andrew Garfield or a Tobey Maguire, who have both said they're up for coming back if there ever was a role for them. Why not bring him back as Spider-Man? Now, once again, the title of this video is Theories and Speculation. This one is probably the least probable of all of them, aka going through different Spider-Man universes, but it is something that is so interesting, something that has never been tackled before, and I think MCU, being a studio that breaks the boundaries consistently, teaming up with Sony to do this, who has already given us a Spider-Verse in animated form, this would be one of the coolest things ever, and whichever route they would go, if they were to do a Spider-Verse, I'd be up for seeing it because it's different, and you have Tom Holland as an awesome leading man. Theory number 3, now this one gets me very excited as a fan of both the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Fox Marvel Cinematic Universe, aka the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Not necessarily the Fantastic Four, because they've never been executed to their full potential, but now that they're in the hands of Kevin Feige, it's going to be a while until they're introduced, but a multiverse being opened up in the MCU allows them to be introduced not in the universe that we are in right now. Because for me, and this is just me, but introducing mutants into the MCU, the world that they live in right now, that would be kind of weird, because people are supposed to hate mutants because they're different and they're not like us. Well, in this world, superheroes are accepted. Iron Man has basically sacrificed himself to bring back everybody, so they're not going to look down on superheroes. And then how do you separate a Spider-Man from a Cyclops? Like, they're both weird in the X-Men universe, so why would Spider-Man not be looked down upon, and why would the X-Men? It would just get very convoluted. But a way to introduce them into the MCU would be having them on a different world, and then having the characters that we know now on a different world, and maybe in a future Avengers X-Men crossover movie, they would combine two different universes, two different worlds to fight the big bad, whether it's Galactus or Kang, whoever it is. I think that would be the best way to do it. And the multiverse introduced in Spider-Man Far From Home could lead to all of those situations. Now, I do believe the Fantastic Four could be in our universe now, but once again, the X-Men, I think that's where you run into a problem. Multiverse, baby, it solves everything. It also makes everything a bit more convoluted, but, you know, comics. Theory number 4. Now, this is the one that kind of makes me sad when I think about it, and this rumor has also been floating around. This is the idea that Spider-Man is going back to Sony, meaning he's being pulled from the Marvel Universe because of the 5-picture deal. That deal is about to run out, and Spider-Man would be back home, not being a part of this universe. What other way to get him back than to go to wherever Mysterio is from, the different universe, and that universe would be where Venom is, that universe would be where the upcoming Morbius movie is, and Spider-Man is back home at Sony, no longer in the same world as an Avengers, as a now rest in peace dead Iron Man. That would be a good way to do it. That would probably be the best way to do it for Sony, because if you want to have him back without him being a part of this universe, and you don't want to recast Tom Holland because Tom Holland is awesome, that's the best way to do it. Introduce the multiverse, have him leave this world, meaning he would have to leave Ned and MJ, so that would be conflict of interest. I don't know if I love that, because you're also leaving Aunt May. He's basically in a totally new world. Not a big fan of the way they would go about that. I would be up for seeing him fight Venom. I would be up for seeing him fight a Sinister Six. But then again, I like Spider-Man in this world. I think he could definitely support his own franchise and doing his own thing in a world that doesn't have other superheroes, for sure, 100%. But they've already established Tom Holland as a major part of this universe, and a lot of people said it in the trailer, and I think it could be fact. I think he could be the new Iron Man, not necessarily the suit or the tech or all of those things. I mean the lead hero in the Marvel Universe, the guy. Tom Holland is your guy. You have him established, so pulling him out would be very sad, but it is a theory, and it is a very good theory, especially if Sony wants Spider-Man away from the Marvel Universe. Now, theory number 5, and for me, this is the most important one yet. I think Peter Parker is a young version of Tony Stark, and Tony Stark has been Uncle Ben this entire time. Everything we know in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is actually, you know what? I don't even have a theory for number 5. My number 5 is kind of a cheat because, you know, you can't be 4 things. It's supposed to be 5 things, and I'm like, I don't have a 5th thing. So my 5th theory is whatever you guys come up with in the comments down below, because I know you will come up with something better than the 4 theories that I've talked about so far. There are so many things to think about with this trailer, with where the MCU is going. If you want to see me do a Marvel Cinematic Universe where the future could head video, then let me know, and I will do that as a part of this ongoing Flick Fan Nation thing that I'm doing. But guys, this was a big trailer this morning. It gave us the implications from Endgame and pointed us in a direction of where Spider-Man is going, and the fact that they're going to hit on everyone coming back 5 years later and Tony Stark's death is going to play a big role in this movie is awesome. And now I feel more satisfied because we know that, and I'm excited to see where the future heads. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was really fun. I love making videos like these. If you like them, be sure to leave me a like, and I will do more just like this. Anytime there's any breaking news, significance in the world of trailers, or anything like that, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Once again, I'll be back with more reviews, Netflix content, everything later on the week, and I'll catch you later.
You are listening to PopX Cast, where science fiction meets pop culture.
Captain's log supplemental.
PopX Cast.
Hasta la vista, baby.